And it's become weaponized information. You're no longer short. You now have a choice. You can either be a manlet or a short king. And I honestly, like, I feel like I grew up in an era where height, if you'll excuse me, was not that, like, I don't want to say it wasn't a big deal, because I think it's always mattered to some extent, but there was, like, not as much focus put on it. Nowadays, like, a lot of the content the algorithm tries to show me online to radicalize me is like the one video that shows up via machine learning all the time is like a fake DM conversation where, like, a woman asks a man, hey, if it's okay, how tall are you? And then he says, like, oh, I'm 6'4". And then she goes, wow, that's really tall, I like that. And then he goes, oh, if you don't mind me asking, how much do you weigh? And then she goes, what the fuck did you just say to me? And then he goes, you know, well, I just thought if there's something you want to ask me about something I couldn't control, I'd ask you about something you could control. And then all the comments are like, this is really what it's like. People are really like this. People really do be like this, though. And I'm like, you guys need to go outside, like, fucking way more often. Like way more often. Because that is insane. Well, not now. That's correct, not now. But, like, before. Before the end times started. Back when we could go out to a restaurant. So that's why, I don't like to talk about height, is because I think it's extremely annoying. The internet has become an increasingly weird place over time. If you'll excuse me, I need the lore. Thank you. Send it. Just like, be nicer to people, I guess, is like that's my advice. Or you could keep reposting. I hate to drag some people here, but I do sometimes, you know, I always check, like, post history and, like, tweet history for people that tweet me, like, stuff that they don't realize is toxic, but is actually toxic, because they spend their whole life online in toxic communities. And, not as often as I see r/anime and I see r/furry IRL, but occasionally I will check someone's post history and see, like, you know, they're posting on, like, ask a tall person or something, like, or tall people problems or short people problems, and I'm like, man, you gotta log off. You're too logged on. Run. I need to go to the NSC control room, please. Is this not... I mean, those are the bathrooms. Central. Hello? Excuse me, sir. I know you're just doing your job, but I'm going to explode you. I see a flying creature. Hello. Not today. Not today, Satan. Run. Dude, we need infinite energy. Next upgrade is energy 100%. Elevator. Energy converters. Where am I? Where's central control? It says it's here, dude, but it's at a different level, perhaps. NSC control room. NSC control room is on the 2nd floor. What the frick, dude? Use the button. Let me in. Anyway, that's my thoughts on hype. Can you do more Bernie impressions? I really just like the one where he goes, "Oh my god! Some of my colleagues would have... The universe is collapsing." Well, hello. You no longer concern me. Did you hear the donk on that one? That was beautiful. Roy Donk? He's no Roy Donk. Nailed it. Bernie was alive when the Colgate Comedy Hour was still on the air. So he might actually know Roy Donk. You're not wrong. The physics is very good. Perhaps there is a button that allows you to press it and lift the internal love lockdown. What is conservative Yoda? Yo, this is where you would hit the button. If I were a button, I would be here. Conservative Yoda is a pretty ancient NLSS bit where you say like a really, really ignorant thing. Like conservative Yoda never goes like, lower taxes should be. It's always like, you know, MSM hoax, global warming is. You know, it's on that level. Dunka, by the way. And you just say something stupid in Yoda's voice. That's pretty much the gist of the entire joke. Really trust the World Health Organization, you do. Hmm? Research you must do. Hmm. No, I did not say all conservatives are stupid. Now you're like that one dude in the Isaac comments who is like, he takes absolutely everything out of context and leaves like 9 comments on every single episode. And then dozens of people go, please stop. You don't have to apologize. You've been shadow banned. Where's the button? Please, I would like to lift the internal lockdown. If you are not shadow banned, you will receive a heart from me on YouTube on occasion. I wouldn't call it a bone to pick. I have some advice. If you want to receive a Northernlion heart from a comment on a YouTube video, most YouTube comments look something like this, okay? They go, bad thing, bad thing, bad thing, thing I didn't like, bad thing I didn't like, bad thing, good video though. What you gotta do is instead go, hey, I had a great time watching this video. Can't deny though that I did find it funny when you bad thing. That's the way you should write the comment. Upcoming game reminder? Excuse me? Whenever you like a tweet I send you, I'm surprised I haven't been banned. Centralis, trust me. I recognize your name. You're a known quantity. You're in the Amber Light territory, but I have a feeling you kind of like it there. I've also noticed that in other chats, you're less toxic than you are in mine, which honestly is like cause for me to look inwards and be like, maybe an environment that I've facilitated that environment a little bit. Because when you're in mouse chat, you're much more positive. You do not frighten me. I'm gonna hit you with the Herman Miller. Did I miss your response? I'd be interested to see it. And we're talking as adults here. I read the chat the whole time. Haha, I'll take that into consideration. Dead ass the first time I've heard you find something I say funny. I've finally broken through.
To protect them. Forces contain a lockdown.
Yo! The one in front of the gun lives forever. It's like playing The Room. Gun is a key. So are the guns. Twitch is probably the only place you haven't muted me.
That's
I
it.
don't know. You never know.
The sector should be open now. I think it's time I told Emily why I'm here.
I haven't muted
I'll
like
risk it.
a lot of people on Twitter
You two should
recently,
get to know
but I think
each
it's
other.
honestly because I went through like a phase of muting. I mean, there's not that many like super toxic elements in the community, but like I think I got through them all. I think they've all been muted. There's very few remaining. Very, very rarely do I get a tweet now where I go, ooh, there's some very weird energy emanating off of this. I would like to go to the executive sector, please. Do you think the subreddit has improved as well? Very much so. The subreddit's in a really good place. It's the community in general is in a very good place. I think there's extreme positive energy in 2020 so far. That's contagious. New moderation standards is contagious. No meta threads is contagious. It's all good. It's not good vibes only. Like, people are, I see even some comments in here. Like, if you ever, you live in the bubble of the internet. I'm here to give you a little dose of the real world. If you ban somebody who goes, I hate you and you suck, that is not creating a hug box. That is instead creating a conducive work environment. And I think it's made the community a much better place. I'm open to criticism. We don't ban criticism. Instead, the people who are weird about it don't leave criticism. They leave toxicity because they don't know how to, phrase their opinion in a way that is inoffensive. And then they go, what the heck, you banned me? Or like, you deleted my comment? Are we deleting all criticism at all here? You can only say positive things? You're like, no, you just like, hey, I didn't really like this. I think it would have been better if he did it like this, but unfortunately he'll never do it like that because he's a fucking idiot. That's where it gets deleted. I don't want the director's office. Take me back. I want to go to the central executive room. How many times have I gone to executive affairs? Too many times. Boardroom, boardroom. Do you find the comments saying you're gonna drop Divinity toxic? Annoying, but non-toxic, let's say. But you're entitled to be like a little annoying. I will say, in the Unity back channel, Dan was like, hey, I'm trying to get us all keys to play Valorant. So maybe next week we could play Valorant instead of Divinity. And I was like, if we lose momentum in Divinity on day 2, it's like, that's the kiss of death. And everybody, like me, Malvin, Apollo, we're both like, or all three of us, I should say, we're like, we cannot do that in any circumstance.
Screw it. Just tell her. I haven't been completely honest. I have a younger brother, Dylan. When we were kids, we found an old slide projector in Ordinary's landfill.
Look, I want you to know, I'm not offended by this comment, but I want to read it because I think it's an important distinction, okay? While we're doing real talk towards the end of the stream here today, I'm going to read this comment verbatim. It's kind of weird when sometimes you go, maybe we should all be a little nicer to each other, when 1 minute early you were making short dude / goblin jokes. I feel like that sort of stuff rubs me the wrong way. There's a noted distinction that I think is very important to note. The person I was making fun of is a 3D modeled video game character that is ones and zeros. He doesn't exist. He doesn't have a soul. He doesn't have feelings. He's code, and he's just code and copy. That's it. He's a 3D model. When I'm saying be nice, I'm not saying be nice to fictional characters and real people. I'm saying be nice to real people. If you want to make fun of Isabel from Animal Crossing, by all means. If you want to be rude to real people, you gotta have a good reason, I think, is my thinking.
Slides created.
Like, one of the things that annoys me about the internet is, like, people treat other people like
bad things happen.
Garbage, and then when someone makes fun of 2B,
that's all she gets.
They type an essay that's like, how dare you?
Inside.
She's my friend.
But we found help.
Anyway, back to your regularly
Through
scheduled
one of the doorways,
programming.
We met something. A being.
A being? What kind of being?
It's hard to describe, but she helped us. We managed to turn the projector off. The bad
Well, if you could turn it on, then
the
you got more skills than my middle school teachers.
Gone. After that, your people came. Tried to grab us. I ran away. They got Dylan. I left him behind.
Bureau agents took your brother?
Yes. You covered it up. No one believed me. I just want to find Dylan. I've been looking for him ever since.
What happened to the slide projector? It sounds like another object of power.
I thought you took it. The Bureau. Along with Dylan.
I've never heard of it. But around here, I assume everything's classified. You know, I looked into the ordinary AWE case files.
So I could go for an ordinary A&W case file right now.
Involved. A large area of the
Frosted
containment
mug
sector
of
is reserved for it.
Coke Zero.
The case hasn't been active for a long time. I have no idea if anything's still there.
$6 onion rings.
Can you tell me more about this being you found?
Let's hope you two get along. She's been with me ever since Ordinary. In my head. She led me to you.
Are they still open in Vancouver?
I call her.
I think they maybe
Polaris.
are open for takeout only.
As in a guiding
Or
star.
delivery only, perhaps.
Did Polaris know about the hiss? If she got you in here in spite of the lockdown, she's very powerful. Which may help explain your test results. Your readings are incredible,
Thank you.
Jesse. Now, cross-referencing them with the database,
I do own
found
a
two
Kindle.
matches in Darling's old classified files. Unfortunately, I can't access them beyond the file codes. But one was P6, referring to a prime
Pingo.
candidate for a potential future bureau director. This was logged years ago.
Dylan. Is that Dylan?
The other match is on something called Hedron, which must be connected to these Hedron resonance amplifiers somehow. All I know is that Marshall went to the research sector to secure the HRA production after the hiss first attacked.
So, Marshall seems like
I
our
just
best
want
lead on
her to
Dylan.
lay on her back,
I need to go after
and
her.
I'll eat tortilla
How
chips
can I
out
get
of
to
her
the research
HRA.
sector?
Use my key card. The sector elevator will take you there.
It's not dirty. Look at it. It looks like a little tortilla chip bowl.
Emily told me about Ordinary, my powers being connected to things in the Bureau's past.
It's like a body shot, but for
Close to
nachos.
something.
Day 12 of quarantine.
Something's coming.
We take turns to come for a visit. I helped you. You owe me now.
Uh-oh.
And when time comes, I will come calling.
That's not what I like to hear. Yo, personal mod. Launch efficiency. Launch efficiency. I would like to use a personal mod, please. Launch energy cost -7. -9. Oh, -11. I don't know if that's good enough. Let's do it anyway. Lunch efficiency? You guys have got me hungered. You've got me hungered. We are going to finish this today, though. Let me walk out to that save point. Soon he's going to ask me to buy him a Timu Solani rookie card. More energy, please. 3 points? It's worth it. It's worth it. I think I'd rather save. I think I'd rather save here. Dude! Kind of rude to assume all Finns want the Finnish player card?
Bullshit.
I don't think so.
Never recorded any distance over 5.
Any Finns in chat? What hockey card do you want? The best I could do, if you'll give me a second here, I don't have too many noteworthy Finnish players here. If you'll give me a moment, I'll hook you up.